before my mother taught me to knit, she taught me when I went into a store, think back Macy's and Higbee's and places like that don't exist anymore, to touch the fabric, because that was going to be next to your skin. And the question was, how is that going to feel? And so she was always a person that was about the hand. And she really taught me that. That taught me it was okay to make mistakes. And I knit for years. I could not stand being in a college class or someplace like that and wasting my time just taking notes. I had to have something to do with my hands. That continues today. That's how I can get through watching the news at night. I knit. And then I learned how to felt. Felting is very much like managing people. When you have fibers that you've laid out and you put warm or hot soapy water on top of it, they get really nervous, and the more you rub them, the more they try to hang together, just like people when they're afraid. I've been experimenting ever since with all kinds of fiber. I like to make paper. I like to make images with fiber. I take fibers that have mostly been washed, but I take them and I pull them apart very slowly and very carefully. They look like wisps, thin as I can get them. And you lay them in one direction across your table. I put down a piece of fabric that most of us line kitchen drawers with. It's got holes and it's sort of bubbly, and that's what's going to agitate the fiber eventually. And then I lay, slowly but surely, this fiber on top of it. And I continue to vary directions, and I do it until I feel that the thickness is going to be okay to support whatever it is I'm going to do. Once all of that is laid out, then I get to play. And so I go over to where I've stored all my various and variety of pretty colors and things that turn me on, and I choose. And I come and I lay those out in whatever way I want, and then I'm painting. And I'm painting by using the colored fibers in different ways. And then I go get some warm soapy water, and I pour it all over the netting and pat it in so that all the fibers get nice and wet. And I do it until I can pick up the netting off of the fiber and it won't stick. Sometimes I'm done. Sometimes I like to wad it up and throw it at the thing and keep doing it until it gets really agitated. Everything that is done to that extent usually shrinks about a third of the size of whatever it is I started out with. That's how tight the fibers get. And that's why you can wear it as clothing as you want. And then I rinse it, and then I dry it, and then I frame it. The inspiration and the opportunity to be free with my expression, with nobody telling me what I can and can't do. I mean, it's how we express ourselves. Different cultures have different costumes that they've acquired over the years that they use to express sadness when a person dies, happiness when a person gets married, and everything else in between. I hope I inspire other people to take a chance and be who they really want to be in this world. I've been saying for a while now that I'd like to be remembered as lighting other people's fires, and that is true. I'd like to be a person's permission slip. How's that? Permission to do what you love. Because if you do what you love, the world's a better place.